Hey, we are the Lab Doctors. I'm Amanda.
I'm Dorothy.
And I'm Zhao Yong.
We are biomedical researchers who realized we still have a lot to learn about science.
So why not join us on this quest?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lab Doctors podcast. So on this week's episode, we're going to be talking about
What makes a person attractive
Wearing masks.
to mosquitoes?
last time adults always say like if your blood is too sweet, you know.
Oh, I thought if your blood is like A type A.
But I think that both of these not to say anything, but like I think both of these are untrue. But
Yeah, so actually you already kind of went into what I wanted to ask for the first question, which is how do mosquitoes detect living blood sacs to feast upon?
Living blood sacs.
Yeah, like how come they don't like feast on dead things?
Oh, cause it's warm.
So that's one way that they can detect living organisms.
Oh. There's one about like the amount of carbon dioxide.
Yep.
yeah, I was going to say oxygenation.
So that's the next one, the amount of exhaled carbon dioxide. And then there's one more.
Living things. We need water, light, and...
Do we need light?
Oh wait, no, that's plants. Sorry. What do we need? Oxygen, water, and food. No. We don't really need food.
I would say
Moving?
Close?
maybe food related. But so the last one is skin odor.
Oh.
So how you smell, apparently.
Like, must you smell good or bad?
I don't know if it's something that we can detect, but it's something that the mosquitoes can detect.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. Heat and carbon dioxide are generic markers for living animals, but skin odor separates why certain people get bitten more often than others. Does that make sense? So at this point, can you think of any reasons why skin odor between people can differ?
Because of type of bacteria on your skin.
Oh, yeah, completely. So the most widely accepted explanation for the variation in skin odors is the unique microbiota of each individual. However, the specific chemical composition remains undetermined, and that's what investigators Professor Leslie B. Foschel and Dr. Maria Elena D'Obaldia from the Rockefeller University wanted to clarify. So they started with 8 subjects and subsequently expanded it to 64. So no, they don't like just let people go into a room filled with mosquitoes.
That would be so annoying.
Oh,
You better
no.
pay me a lot of money.
I wonder if I think they get paid. They have to. This sounds like
Like per
troublesome.
bite or something.
Yeah. But what these people had to do was basically just generate an odor profile. They just have to wear sleeves made of nylon on both forearms. So that's between the wrist and the elbow for 6 hours. Then they were to wear them during the day as they perform daytime activities, but they were asked not to exercise or drink alcohol. So apparently beer consumption can actually make you more attractive to mosquitoes for some reason. But after the 6 hours, they were to store the sleeves in a whirl pack.
What's that?
WHIRL-PAK. I googled it and it looks like one of those bags they use for CSI evidence gathering.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
I was just
okay.
like, it's a Ziploc bag, right? For sure.
But not just like normal Ziploc bags. Apparently it retains
Seals it.
some type of molecular and compound integrity of the items inside.
Damn.
So it preserves it quite well apparently. Then they keep it at minus 20 degrees Celsius or minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit before any analysis.
Okay.
To determine whose odor profile was the most attractive, investigators used a 2-choice olfactor meter assay. So olfactor is like smell, olfactory. Meter, I guess, is just
Something to measure.
and assay is just a
Test.
fun way of saying test. Yeah. Basically, it's just a sealed contraption with 3 connected chambers. The first chamber is the reservoir with all the mosquitoes. So this reservoir is connected to 2 other chambers which contain the odor samples. So these are separate chambers, equidistant from the reservoir.
So you don't actually put a human in?
No.
Okay,
So they
that's
just
fine.
put like a mannequin arm with the nylon sleeve on it. I don't know why they need a mannequin arm though. Like,
Yeah, why not just put it there?
I don't know.
Maybe the mosquitoes can see.
Yeah, like they can see that it's an arm.
It's a flash.
This is just clothes.
Yeah.
But what about the carbon dioxide?
So that's what they want to eliminate. They just want older profiles. That's why they
okay.
don't really care. But they actually do have CO2 being pumped in also. I guess it's to just basically attract them in general. So the mosquitoes are allowed to travel freely from the reservoir to the sand chambers, but the sand chambers are unidirectional. So once they enter the tube, they can't fly backwards. So they're trapped in the
It's so
sand
funny
chamber.
because it's like, imagine they go in and they regret and they can't come out. And
I don't like
and
the
then you
smell.
and then you count it as they like this smell. Like,
Like accidentally fly in, then you think I like this.
I was kaypoh there.
Yeah. So besides the actual samples, they also have like controls which like have no scent, and then the mosquitoes, they can have like a baseline of like random mosquito flying lah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So basically by the number of mosquitoes present, and then like the percentage that's left in the reservoir, and then the percentage that's in the other chamber, they can find out which sample was the most attractive. They did it over a 3-year period to make sure that the scent profiles are actually like stable over time.
Wait, stable over 3 years means they keep the same one?
No.
Or the
So the people
people
had
keep
to keep
doing.
redoing.
I really want to get paid for this though.
But anyway, so how they determine like what compounds are present in the nylon sleeve, basically they use this machine, this technique called gas chromatography, quadruple time of flight mass spectrometry.
What?
It's basically separating compounds by size.
Yeah.
And then they determine what that compound is based on the mass of the compound.
Basically, you can get the chemical composition from this assay.
So, based on what they found, they all want to guess like what compound, what family of compounds.
Esters.
Okay.
Pheromones.
What are pheromones actually?
Isn't that the sex smell? No, the...
What are you talking? Like what makes you attractive to another person?
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, so we don't have the answer.
No, Amanda was kind of close. She was half close.
Really?
So esters are made out of what?
Carbon?
No, the two family of compounds.
No idea.
Carboxylic acid and...
Don't know lah, so long ago. The chemistry.
I don't even know carboxylic acid.
Isn't it like alcohol?
Ethanol, methanol.
So Amanda's half right. The compound is carboxylic acids, and more specifically pentadecanoic, heptadecanoic, and nonadecanoic acids.
Okay, noted.
Just carboxylic acids. But there were also 10 other unidentified carboxylic acids, and that's it. The combination of these acids varied between high attractors themselves. So it's just these three were flagged out to be the most prominent, but there isn't a pattern.
What are carboxylic acids?
Organic acids.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But that also suggests that there's way more than one way for a person to be attractive. Not just having this particular 3 carboxylic acids that they found, but like different combinations. You don't have to have these 3. You can have different combinations of carboxylic acids and you can still be attractive. That's it. In this study, the investigators could not identify any compounds that were consistent between low attractors. But a previous study by Logan et al. Identified 5 compounds. So I'm just going to list them, but they're just going to be words that mean nothing to you unless you're like... I guess a chemist, yeah. So it's 6-methyl-5-heptane 2-one. That's 1. Octanol, nonanol, decanol, and geranyl acetone. So those were enriched on the skin of weakly attractive humans. But what the investigators of this current study concluded was that this might provide a reason why in the current study there were a few subjects that had high carboxylic acids in their odor profiles but were still weakly attractive to mosquitoes. So why is there carboxylic acid on our skin?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Like what does...
To balance your pH?
I don't know.
What's the point of asking?
I mean like more mechanistically, why does it exist?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay, so what substances can be found on our skin? We talked about this in, I think, both the pimple episode and the
Bacteria.
deodorant episode. Okay, bacteria, that's one.
Sweat.
Yes, what's in sweat?
Sodium chloride.
Okay, we're getting further away from what I want to talk about. It's sebum. You're right. Sebum.
Sebum.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oily thing.
Yes, sebum. So this is a triglyceride-rich compound. So triglycerides are basically lipids or fats that are present. And these triglycerides have fatty acid tails that are incredibly diverse. So it can contain many different types of these fatty acid tails. And given the composition of triglycerides alone, it is already unlikely that 2 people would have the exact same scent profile. So, and that's even true between identical twins. So it's kind of like an older fingerprint, which is kind of cool.
That's the future of science. You can't detect the fingerprint anymore.
Just like
Get your
swipe the scent.
swap your armpit.
But I guess scent is so transient. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, but I guess it depends on whether or not like your compounds that's on your skin gets transferred onto like surfaces as well, right?
And whether they can be washed away with soap.
And then like how do you amplify that to test it? Because I guess you need
And
a
how
pretty
do you
big sample.
make sure that it's not contaminated by other things.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit less wieldly than fingerprints, but that's it. So we already have unique odor prints, and that's before we even talk about the microbiome. So our skin microbiome can also be very diverse, and that means that the types of enzymes that the bacteria might produce are also very different. So the enzymes that break down all these fatty acids that are in sebum would also be different. That's why that's why we have carboxylic acids on our skin surface in general. It's because of these bacteria that break them down. But also that's why our scent profiles can also be very, very different. So remember just now I said like they did this study over 3 years. So how stable do you think our odor profiles are?
Not stable.
Not stable? Okay, Amanda?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel some days are just smellier than others.
Okay, so apparently incredibly stable.
Huh?
Yeah, it depends on when your skin microbiome becomes stable.
Oh, right.
So most viable skin bacteria resides in the pores. Yeah, that's why like even if you scrub and you use like all the antibacterial scrubs, there's still going to be skin microbiome because there are places to hide. Hence, they are in general protected. So hygiene habits and seasonal weather changes, and also like if I am more active or less active, I mean that might affect the profile itself, but ultimately like let's say your baseline sample would still be roughly the same.
Damn.
Yeah. So the microbiome itself is relatively stable, and that explains why people who are highly attractive to mosquitoes remain attractive.
Oh.
Yeah. So people like me who get stung like 50 times during like outward bounds, and I'm like, I don't understand.
So apparently someone I know, she always says like every time she goes on a walk with her husband, she'll get like aggressively bitten by mosquitoes, and then her husband will have not a single bite.
And that is exactly true. And really these people, like low attractors, need to be grateful to high attractors because mosquitoes are opportunistic feeders. So that means it doesn't matter if I'm a low attractor, if I go into a mosquito infested place and I'm the only like blood sac there.
And they're starving.
And they are starving. They're just going to eat you anyway. So that means that in a group, highly attractive people do get bitten more, but that doesn't mean that like low attractors don't get bitten at all.
It's just by chance also lah, right?
Oh, like random chance that low
Yeah.
attractors. Yeah. So because our scent profiles are stable, that doesn't mean it's all bad, because then with these results, we can kind of like determine whether or not certain individuals are at a higher risk of mosquito bites, and hence whether additional precautions need to be taken for these individuals if they were to live in or travel to regions where diseases transmitted by mosquitoes are endemic.
Do the patches work?
I have no, what do you mean, like the
mosquito
repellent?
patch.
I don't know.
I think they were.
The only repellent that actually works for me is the army one, the freaking like will burn your skin, because I think it's just like made of acid or something. But I don't know why it's not attractive, like maybe not carboxylic acid. But those work very well for me.
I like the off one. Sponsor us. The off spray, like mosquito repellent.
But I don't know, I don't really like the smell of mosquito repellents also.
Same.
That's why the off one is nice smell.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There's always this like, I don't know, citrusy
When there was
smell.
the Zika outbreak in Singapore, then they gave every household a bottle of
Really?
off spray.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The small one though, like the travel size.
So fun fact, there are also some specific contexts where people can become more attractive to mosquitoes, and this includes pregnancy, malaria parasite infection, and beer consumption.
Not 3 things that I would ever have thought would be listed in the same list, but okay.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because it's like, are the mosquitoes like, yes, we want to spread malaria, so they like go and bite people with malaria.
Oh yeah, it's a collusion. What do you call it?
Oh shit.
They collude with each other, the mosquito and the parasite. Or maybe the parasite controls the mosquitoes.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, but that's it for mosquito attraction.
So I don't know, what can we do?
What can we do?
Stand next to people who are high attractors.
I guess have like a good mindset about it. If you're a high attractor, you're just gonna be a high attractor always. So just take the precautions, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they should start selling perfumes for low attractor mosquitoes.
Yeah. So that's what they wanted to say. Like if they can determine like what compounds cause people to be low attractors, it can actually mask like maybe the carboxylic acids, and then you'll become like low attractors as well. But then they need to do more research on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And as usual, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Spotify. A like and a comment will really help us out.
You can also follow us on our social media, Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, and feel free to DM us any questions.
Alternatively, you can email us at thelabdoctors@gmail.com. We'll post all the links in the episode description, so check that out if you're interested. Thank you.
Do the mozzie wipeout.
How was it? Like, was there a dance?
I think there was a dance.
Oh.
Pretty sure there was a mosquito mascot dancing as well.
Wait, the mascot is a mosquito?
It is mosquito.
Really?
The one that you want to wipe out?
I don't know if I'm imagining things, but I just imagine a mosquito
Imagine
mascot
the
dancing.
mascot would be like insect repellent.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
That's what it should be. Okay, bye.